Welcome to the Delta Project. My name is Asha Rao and I hope you enjoy this presentation. First of all, I am very excited to share this presentation with you because I love cookies. I think cookies are fantastic. The agenda for this presentation is we're going to start off with an introduction, just a brief introduction of the company, what the team challenge was, the criteria that the team has, the competition in the marketplace, the similarities to IT development, their proposed team development, the alternatives to team development, and the final questions and discussion questions and final thoughts. Steve Gundrum was running Matson Corporation, which does food R&D in the Silicon Valley. He wanted to create the ultimate cookie. He wanted to give Americans an alternative to healthy cookies to help reduce their calorie count. The team challenge. Create a healthy cookie. The criteria is listed on the next page. A 6-month time frame and a bake-off to determine the winner. The team criteria. They must find the ultimate cookie recipe. If you reduce a person's fat by 15% and their sugar by 15% and increase their protein by 15%, they have a significant chance to lose some weight. So it also must be 130 calories per serving. He wanted it to taste good. He wanted it marketable to the masses and producible. There's a lot of competition in the healthy cookie world, and these are some of them. They're high protein, they're low calorie, they're high fiber, and Gundrum wanted Matson to take all of these comparative advantages and use them to make the ultimate cookie that would be high protein, low sugar, low calories, but still would taste good. He also wanted them to include some fiber in there just to make it healthier. Gundrum met with Steve Jobs often in Silicon Valley, and he was fascinated with how they developed their tools, and he believed that there were similarities between food research and development and software research and development. The development of the products could be the same for food. He believed that lines of code could be the same as lines of the recipe. So he believed that it's just you add items into a recipe just like you add lines of code into software development and you come out with a product. And he believed that the cookie world could have benefit from this. So Matson proposed 3 different team structures. The traditional matrix development is what R&D normally uses. They have a manager, they have teams underneath the manager that report to the manager during the development phase. They have the open source team, which has multiple members from multiple different brands. This would allow for everyone to add things and add ideas into the cookie and try different models for each cookie. Then he believed in the extreme programming where a 2-member team developed the cookie. All 3 of these have different hierarchical results. The matrix obviously is where you have someone reporting to someone. The open source, while you have a team leader, you still have people all over the world putting input into your product. And the extreme programming relies on 2 members to come up with the best cookie. Here's some alternatives to Matson's proposal. Instead of having a competition, have the teams work together. Let the teams meet and collaborate on what works and what doesn't work. Not all flavors when coming up with cookies are delicious. And sometimes you have some really good ideas in your head, and then when you actually create them, they do not taste as good. They should have open source teams, have their own mini teams, and have their own bake-off. Have consumers submit recipes to the open source team. So here's the discussion question. What have you used in the past that has worked better than having competition between teams to develop a product? To me, competition is good and healthy, but it seems that teams who work together with other teams do better. Please share your thoughts on the discussion board. So here's some final thoughts. There's a competition between teams. There's infinite possibilities. There's an infinite number of ingredients. The only restriction are on calories, fat, sugar, and enhancing protein. It has to be marketable. Consumers should want to buy this product. And they're different teams with different backgrounds, and they're working together to find the ultimate cookie recipe. I welcome any questions on the discussion board, and thank you for listening to my presentation.